Hi, everybody. How are you doing? I just got done doing a reading with Sterling, and I wanted to hit some questions, some extra questions from Sterling's list to kind of tap into. I got a little bit of a runny nose or cold or something, so excuse me if I sneeze. So I wanted to tell you guys a couple of things. I did talk to Tana last night. She's getting ready to do the flyers. She will contact everyone to let you know, exactly what to bring, what to wear. We still have some more tickets for the May event. And let me find her email. And we're sorting everything out. But if you have any questions, you can email her at Tana Newberry, TANANEWBERRY @gmail.com. Okay, so you can do that. Now listen, unfortunately, Stand Up Psychic, my email is so packed with requests to be in the basket that if you could kindly not write me on that, just give me a little bit. My sister will be here Wednesday to help me take them all off and get them in the basket. So with her and I working together, it'll go by faster rather than having to look down and get the name and the number. One person can call it off and put it in. We can go really fast. So if you could kindly stifle from sending me an email just yet. Okay, so, and I also put a link to Sedona, but we do have a couple of more openings if you want. They will be following, safety measures, even though by then it should be really good. Poor Lulu is just really, she sees another specialist Monday. Okay, so, and thank you for all your prayers on Jack. Jack's doing really good. He didn't cough today at all. So he's over it like his sister. And don't forget, we're almost towards the end of the month. So we have some free winners that are coming up. Okay, so I kind of was looking at these questions, and so, you know how sometimes you're writing something or you're doing something and all of a sudden you get the answer? And I was feeling some hits, so let me just get into it. First of all, I posted on my subscriber community channel that I saw Michael Cohen today on MSNBC, and he mentioned his book was being made into a movie, and I'm going to find the video, but I said that back before he even wrote the book. I said he's going to write a book and it's going to become a movie. So I just, it was amazing. It's not me saying it, it's my guides, So anyway, somebody wrote and said, so what's up with McConnell? What's really going on? When is he going? He's going. I can feel it. I can taste it. I can smell it. And what I got was a vision of him looking like doing this, looking around like, are they here? Are they here yet? The other thing that, and let me tell you, this new administration is like a dog with a bone. They're not going to be dropping things so easily. Remember, Trump used to stop it in midstream. Now it's just keep going. So don't think things are wasted or it's not happening. So now there's some sort of investigation going on about how he won with an 18% approval rating. I think that's his fear. Because when I read that, I thought, his wife is going through stuff. Interesting. She said nothing about Asians being hurt. And she's not standing, well, that's who she is. Let's face it, you guys. Bottom line is, she thinks she's white. But she's not standing up for her community or her people. And she, like, if it's not about her family, she loves her family. I will tell you, she does really love her family. And she used McConnell. She doesn't not love him. She cares about him, but she used him as a stepping stone because she enjoyed all that camaraderie that comes with being the Secretary of Transportation. By the way, our guy, Pete Bootylicious, he's finding stuff left and right, trust me. There's stuff that's getting ready to come up. So it's interesting when we have a community, a United States of America, that 76% were for this recent check people got, were for this help. Why are they all dead set against it? It's because they're in the pocket of Trump and Russia. So I can see Trump's face. And I'm going to tell you, he's not doing, it's not that he's unhealthy. I just feel like he's feeling that energy of knowing, you know, I think I'm going to go down. Like I can feel all these subpoenas. He's getting a lot of subpoenas already. There's a whole bunch of civil lawsuits going on against him. Cities are suing everything. And that's why he's not doing any of those rallies, because it costs money and people don't want him in their city. So I want to tell you that I do not, and let it be clear, I'll let you know later, but I'll look again if I need to. I do not feel he will be running for president in 2024. Don't get it at all. I think he'd like to. I think he's scamming the people, taking their money, and he really won't help the others. He doesn't care. So just know that he's in litigation. He's overwhelmed. He's swarmed. That's when he starts not feeling well. Okay. And McConnell's going down too. There's stuff coming out. I almost feel him like exit. We might wake up and they'll say McConnell has stepped down or McConnell's leaving or something. That's what I see. Okay. And people were asking about the safety of Biden and Harris. I see nothing untoward, but I see major looking out for Biden and Harris. I feel like they really are being watched well. Now, listen, it doesn't mean that we still don't have Trumpsters within the organization. You know, remember when they first started off giving Biden agents, CIA agents, and they had to remove some of them because they knew they were Trumpsters. So they're going to really be looking at people's background to see who they like. Not that they would hurt them, but I just feel we're filtering them out. We're filtering them out because there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. And will we ever know about the Capitol tours before the insurrection? And I want to tell you, this is another thing what I was feeling. I'm feeling a little bit like they're finding these people and they're doing all this. By the way, I don't feel Christopher Wray staying. I feel Wray stepping down. So there's some stuff that's going to come out about him. Merrick Garland's getting in there and getting his feet wet. But there's some stuff that just recently came up about the FBI blocking Kavanaugh. So it could be because of this Kavanaugh thing. And they tell Wray, you know what, even if you felt you should have stood up and fought against it. I don't know why. I was going to tell you guys that the other day. I could feel Wray needing to step down. But at least his pension and stuff won't get taken from him. Capitol tours. So Merrick Garland is on this. They know who the people are, by the way. They know who they are. And there's a lot of people. That's going to be a big explosion. Now, you know, time frames are no good with psychics. Why do I see Cruz and Holly? I don't know what Holly does to try to get away from this, or they're starting to have hearings, but I don't see him getting reelected. I don't see Claire McCaskill coming in to try to take her old seat back. It might even be another Republican, but it's a better Republican. It's not him, you know. It's not a Trumpster Republican. So that will come out. They're on it right now. I know we're like, when? But it's going to come out. Okay. So Jimmy Gomez has put up a resolution to expel Marjorie Taylor Greene. I do not see her being expelled. I do not see her, but that one time being in office. She might be one of the ones that gave the tours because they're showing her the door. But she's not because Jimmy Green brings it up. It's some other case. Maybe she even says, I'm stepping down. So I do see her going. They just do this crazy because they like it, you know? They want people to think they're special. So y'all were asking about Social Security. Will the cost of living rise a little bit stronger? I do see the checks for Social Security getting bigger, more reputable to what we need as human beings to live. Oh, I watched that movie, No Man's Land. Did any of you guys see that? My sister loved it, but I liked it too. Of course, I love the actress. But it was like sitting in the back of a bus looking at some vistas, but maybe I don't understand because it's really talking about people that really exist. But some of the storyline I wasn't quite understanding. I also watched yesterday that movie about the girl, something girl. Now my email's gone up again. You guys got to stop writing me. Give me a break. Just give me until Wednesday. What is it called? Appropriate girl or something significant girl. Anyway, oh my God, edge of my seat. I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. That's my opinion. There's a good actress in it too. You guys, if you get a chance, watch that. You might like No Man's Land. I would never watch it again. That's how I do my thing to say, would you ever watch like that movie, Juliet Naked? If you guys have ever seen that, Juliet Naked is one of the funniest films. Hysterical. And I watch it all the time. I watch it over and over. Okay. Will Biden reverse his breaks for the wealthy? He's already starting. I think he did an executive order on one thing. He's already starting. It's definitely going to reverse. The wealthy will get hit, definitely. They're also going to do with offshore things. Now, you know, it seems to me every president that's come in have been always talking about, we're going to stop special interests and we're going to stop, and it never happens. But I see him fixing something to where people can't hide their money someplace else. If it's made in America, you get more breaks. He's just going to make it more appetizing to be in the United States and make your stuff and sell it here. Okay. I see us doing less trade with China. Less trade. And you know what? I do not agree that the Biden administration should have told them you guys are murderers. Because if you look at the United States with over 500,000, with this, you know, I just feel, and with Asians getting hurt and all this, I just feel at this point in time, we shouldn't be judging just yet. I mean, it's not that they aren't horrible like Putin, but, you know, right now, just get our druthers and get ourselves comfortable in here and change the way we look at things. Okay, so he will reverse that. I wanted to tell you. And I got the hit as clear as day. I was minding my own beeswax. And boom, Dejoy is going. I'm telling you right now, I can feel it, taste it, smell it. I think it's sooner than later. I think maybe even next week, they'll get those new guys in there, swear them in. Oh, hell yeah. Dejoy is going, and Dejoy's into trouble. They're going to bring up a lot of stuff. And I see him like, he really kind of pompous, you know? He thinks he's all that in a cup of tea. What can we do to combat bigotry? Well, we have to we have to go into our higher dimension, our higher selves. Now listen, you guys. I think it was even somebody on MSNBC was talking about it. If you really look at the true people, 68% of Republicans out of that 28% are true blue Trumpsters. The actual number of Trumpsters is very low. Especially as we go along and they're living more comfortably. But our higher consciousness, being at peace, all of you guys, anybody that's witnessing this, put it out there in the higher realm. Let there be peace, and then let it go, because you can't do it by yourself. We're going to have to do it as a human being. We're going to have to energetically say, let there be peace. I know it sounds, it works. You just have to pray for well-being. And in this destiny, there's a new beginning. I see it at the end of the door. It's going to happen. It's going to take some years, but it's going to happen. So combating bigotry is being within, asking our higher selves to take care of it. Do the prayer and let it go. Let it flow out there like fire and watch what happens. It's going to turn around. You know, it's amazing because that guy in Georgia could get a gun, boom. But to vote in Georgia, that, by the way, is going to change. I see it being nipped at. They're putting all this stuff. I see them. I see us coming in. I see that bill going through. I don't know how it'll go through, but it's barely. And then boom. It's like, we can't. And then, you know, we got the investigation with Supreme Court. Ooh. Now they're wondering if they even really did a background check on anybody. And by the way, Amy, the last one that just went in, she heard a case that of a business her father had owned. And then while she was a different judge, she came off of it because of conflict of interest. She didn't do it this time with Supreme Court. Oh, there's stuff coming up, you guys. There's stuff coming up. Okay. Oh, this was an interesting question. I think I took this off Sterling. Someone said, what does Queen Victoria think of the royals? And I never really think of her. There was a movie about her I thought that was pretty good. And I could see her. She was much younger. But almost immediately she was shaking her head. She's no queen over there. And she's saying that she has a lot of regret because she couldn't help it. She was born into this society. She's part of this society. And she just wants everybody to know it's not the right way to do things. They almost feel like they're entitled. You know, a lot of the riches that this monarchy has was stolen. It's stolen stuff. So they have a lot of money. They cling on to the money. They think they're better than other people, which is the worst thing you can do. You know, they're not really ruling, but they're standing here thinking they're all that in a cup of tea. The monarchy, this type of monarchy will eventually come down. I don't know when. I saw it years ago. I saw the youth of the UK standing up and saying, you know what, we're putting too much money into you people. Because remember, the Queen didn't want people to know how much money she had because she didn't want to pay taxes. Yeah, no, they're just too spoiled. And Queen Victoria acknowledges that. And she raised her family and everybody under the same guise that there's something special. And she says it's amazing. What's interesting is she presented herself in like tattered clothes. Because I was like, whoa, you're Queen Victoria? She presented herself in tattered clothes. And her direction in her next life would be to live in poverty, to understand poverty, and to not be so all enthralled with her own ego. This is going to sound weird, but sometimes people will come back who were definitely into themselves. Not Queen Victoria so much, but people who just think they're fabulous or gorgeous or something. And then they come back on this earth, definitely happen to pay the piper. Sometimes age will do it. Sometimes age is our opportunity to look at who we were and actually ask for forgiveness. But if you don't, you'll be projected back into a realm where you can feel what it felt like to be under someone like yourself. Okay. And when we cross, can we choose male or female? Let me tell you guys, we all think as man thinks. It's a horse of a different color over there. When you go there, you're going to go through your life review. Everything's going to make sense. So even coming back is going to make sense. Like you're going to know, well, obviously I have to come back Oh, I can see my kitchen, sorry. Obviously, I have to come back as a female too, because I was such a jerk as a male. I need to feel that. But it's a very natural process, but you still have free will. They don't tell you this is what you're going to do. You can say, oh, okay, I'm ready. Like a lot of energy forms that I see on the other side, they could have probably taken a body sooner than later, unless they died tragically. But they want to wait for family members. Lots of times they want to wait. And you have that choice too. So somebody wrote me and thought that this young kid, he's a fantastic guitar player. He's only like 15. They said, oh, it's because Jimi Hendrix had told me he'd taken another body. But I felt he was a younger, and he was a boy, but he was younger. And I looked at this kid, and of course he's buco talent. And I heard as clear as day, no, it's the gentleman. He's a reincarnation of the Rhodes guy. And Rhodes, who I just recently learned about, was Ozzy Osbourne's lead guitar player, died in a plane crash. And he was really young. And so because he died tragically, yeah, he was able to come back. So now he's in this body. I could see it as clear as day. So it was kind of cool. The body Hendrix has taken is a very small child, not yet out there with his abilities. Okay, you guys. So this is what I have for now. I'm going to do my membership live in an hour, and I don't think I'll do a live today. Maybe tomorrow with just where we chit chat. So the reason I'm doing this video is because there's people that really, they say, Linda, you start and then you're saying hello and you forget. Totally understandable, but I never thought I would do live. But now that I've done it, I just love meeting everybody. So cool. So, okay, you guys, I'll talk to you later. And don't forget, try not to write me until after Wednesday. Thanks. And don't forget, there's some more seats for some more rooms for Sedona, if you please, if you want. And I shall talk to you later. Ciao.